The earthquake in Haiti is one of the most devastating natural disasters to occur in the past 100 years. Medical aid workers on the scene report that the most common injuries they see are orthopedic. Falling unreinforced masonry caused high numbers of open femoral fractures, fibula and tibula fractures, humeral injuries, and many crushing injuries. Dr. Tim Brown, a volunteer orthopedic surgeon with Hope Force International, describes the type of injuries commonly seen at King's Hospital.
I don't think in all of history are we ever going to see this amount of orthopedic trauma recorded again, or at least I hope not. It is unprecedented. I have never in my life seen so many open fractures. Terrible, terrible crush injuries, foot fractures. We see femur fracture after femur fracture after femur fracture.
The scale of the disaster is immense. The UN estimates that 250,000 homes and 30,000 commercial buildings in the city were severely damaged or destroyed. More than 2 million people are homeless in the country, 1 million in Port-au-Prince alone. Jack Minton, president of Hope Force International, describes the importance of the long-term medical mission in Haiti.
There's work that's being done here in the hospital that, had there not been the response, would have been radically diminished. The local system is totally devastated and overrun. And so really every primary response has been done by the international community, of which Hope Force International is a part, and Smith & Nephew as well.
King's Hospital is the first of several hospitals Hope Force International has begun equipping with orthopedic surgery capabilities. A large hospital in the southern town of Jacmel and several others located in Port-au-Prince are also beginning to see orthopedic patients.
It's easy for us to see that this is not something that's going to pass overnight or next month or the next months, but really it's a long-term recovery effort, and we intend to be engaged in aspects of that recovery for the foreseeable future, because it definitely is going to be a long-term response and recovery.
The physicians I spoke with believe that large numbers of earthquake victims with orthopedic injuries who were unable to find care in the weeks after the disaster will present the medical mission with a second wave of patients who will need surgical treatment in the coming months. Caring for these patients, many of whom will need complex procedures, is doubly important as the country attempts to recover economically. Dr. Lou Zirkel describes the peril for families in the current crisis.
Each injury to the mother or the father affects the family. They spiral into poverty for 3 generations. So it's a big blow, not just to the patient, but to the family.
Leaving Haiti after a week immersed in the enormous struggle was bittersweet. I will miss the spirit of the Haitians and the dedicated medical workers I met. If you have a desire to help the medical mission in Haiti, please contact Hope Force International through their website or contact your local Smith & Nephew representative. The work may be hard, but the rewards make it worthwhile.